Yeah.
So big up Beyonce again, because she's in the city right now. She performed last night and she's performing again tonight. And people often speak about that energy that you get just being in the building is like none other.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Southern, the 680 reporter, had done a story, I think last week or the week before, basically saying the average Canadian will spend $800 a year on concert tickets. I think it's just over $800. And that's a lot of money to me to spend on concerts.
That's experience.
And one thing
it is, and it's not.
I know. That's the funny thing. I just heard about a dad who spent $21,000 on Taylor Swift tickets for his daughter and a couple of her friends. Could you imagine?
I could imagine.
Trust me, yo.
You know, if you're at that level, like it sounds
it
sounds
if
crazy because we're not at that level.
Exactly, because that $21,000 ain't nothing but $600 to that guy.
Exactly.
And that's all that it is. But there's something to be said about that level of energy that you get when you're in the arena at some of these concerts. And one of my biggest knocks against black people is that we don't invest in going to concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do.
Nah, man. I've had this debate with a few people, and I'm like, I didn't grow up going to concerts. Was this just the era thing then? Because even my friends, none of my friends went to concerts.
I haven't gone to no concerts yet. I started getting more into it for comedy events. Like that became that's where closest thing to a concert for me. I've gone to a couple live events for boxing and like mixed martial arts, but not like to the magnitude of UFC. But I'm taking it in a lot more now. But yeah,
the most I would do, and I when I was talking to Franklin, I was like, yo, big up the man them that run Redemption, Bandit and those guys, because with Redemption, one of the popular parties in the city when it comes to reggae music, what you get with Redemption is a good party, like just music wise, a performance by a reggae artist and a CD at the end of the night. That's why I used to love going to Redemption.
Yeah.
So even then, it's like those are performances. They're not so much like concerts. But I get where you're going with that. But that's on a much lower scale. I'm talking arenas. Jay-Z's in town. Beyonce's in town. Kanye West is in town.
I'm talking like
just for last festival is probably the closest thing to what we're talking
about. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
like I guess because when you said concerts, I'm thinking like, yo, but I've been seeing Marshall. And shout out to Marshall. Marshall was in the city the other day.
I think we're talking about the magnitude of the star.
But then that's different now. See?
Yeah, it is.
When's the last time you went to Scotiabank Arena for a concert or the Rogers Center, Skydome, whatever you want to call it?
See, that's different, nah.
That's what I mean. Beyonce's over there selling out the Skydome, dog.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to pay that much for Beyonce. It's just that. But
so, hold on, not even that though.
I'm sorry.
You bring up a great point though. This is where I'm trying to go with it. So, who is worth it for you, and who have you attended closest to that worthiness? Right?
It's different. Like at the end of the day, there's some times where I wanted to go, but it's like, yo, at the end of the day, I gotta pay the rent, gotta pay the mortgage, gotta pay the bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different, but
that's what I mean. Even at a younger age, when you had none of that stuff to worry about, you still weren't investing in it at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
It was.
I guess I was fine.
Like
the lower skill or whatever. Was
the artist just not that big enough for you to want to go? Like you hear the Locks are in town, Cameron's performing.
I know what it was.
Was hip hop just not that big at that time? Like were there no like huge artists?
No, but it was more affordable. If anything, you could go see one of these top tier guys for like $150. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, you got to pay so much money. It was super
true. Man, them don't even know. Remember we were sitting courtside and won basketball games.
Yeah.
But enough man weren't doing that type of stuff.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
But we were outside.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting courtside, and that's what back in I didn't even know what year that was.
Almost
a long time ago. But like Jadakiss is right there, Poster Boy's right there.
Yeah,
and we're just there kicking it. But I don't even remember if Jada was performing that night, but it's not like we picked up to go see Jada.
No, he just happened to be there. We knew the celebs were going to be there. And
that's another dope thing when they're just there and you just bump into them. My brother used to throw raves back in the day, and like Toronto had a big rave scene at one point before everyone started fucking overdosing and shit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't laugh at that. But that blew up the whole scene. So I used to go hand out flyers for some of his raves, right? And I would get into some of these raves. I'm 12. Bro.
Yeah.
So chilling and super cool. Amongst the ravers. One of the raves that he went to, and I was trying to get, he was going to try to get me to get a ticket for it or whatever. He never got it in. Eminem was there.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this is before Eminem's Eminem.
Yeah.
But like you hear a little bit about him at that point. I think the first album might have been out or it was coming out or something like that, right? He was out. I never got to go. My brother went to it though. But I heard the whole thing. This guy, the way he shows up, the performance, like it was just lit. And then to be like, I went to one of these when Buddy was nobody. You know what I mean? So that level of energy, even now, now that it's, you say I'm not paying that much for Beyonce, but like going back to my original question, who is worth that for you at this point? That's where I was going with the whole John Jones thing, first of all. But
I see, and that's sports. No, sports, I'd probably drop more money than on sports than necessarily a concert. Because I'm spending money for those playoff tickets. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm just like, nah,
that's more of an interest for you.
There we go. That's where you got me. Like music, like, I appreciate the music, but like I'll be a little more subjective or frugal or whatever with the concert, with the music. Fair. You know what I mean? But sports, that's when I'm just like, yo,
I was gonna bring that point up too, because I was gonna ask, would you rather spend money on a sporting event because you're
100%?
I got it kind of from what you were saying right there too, because I'm like, I never went to a Nas concert. I love Nas, but I never went to. I didn't value that experience. I would now. Yeah. Now that I just want.
You're talking energy, right? Talking concerts. Yo, bat flip.
Yeah.
Like
you were there for that, right?
I wasn't there for that, but
you went to one of those.
I went to this ALCS when they were against the Royals. It was literally the last game they won in the Rogers Center before the season was done. They took it back to Casey. Casey took it. Blah blah blah.
But imagine being there for bat flip,
bro. Bat flip,
the Kawhi
World
shot.
Cup, Kawhi shot. Yeah. That energy, bro. Oh man, that is it. Like. Concerts, so definitely, and they definitely have the level to amass, if not surpass, that level of energy. I completely get it, but I would be more drawn per se for sporting than a concert. But that being said, there's certain people I wouldn't want to miss either. Like nowadays, that's interesting. Now I wouldn't mind seeing Jay. I mean, just I've see Jay.
So I've gone to see Jay 3 times, and I didn't pay for the tickets each time. But
man,
those who knew Jay mattered enough for me to be like, yo, I want to go take in some of that Jay real time.
Yeah.
So I've gone to Jay. I've been to Jay 3 times, but I've never actually picked up and paid for a concert myself.
There you go. See? Now, if someone, and there's another thing too. If you hand me a ticket, I'm not gonna be like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like I don't want to be there. It's like I'm not necessarily breaking the bank to be there.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because who probably that good energy.
Nas is the only one for you. If you
so to me,
and I heard Nas is a terrible MC, like terrible performer.
Live,
I heard he's
I'm not looking at it like that anymore. I'm just looking at it from the energy point of view and the fact that how much time have I spent consuming this person's art, right?
Yeah.
So I've gone to Dave Chappelle.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
You know? And that was again one of those things.
Yeah.
Like laughing before I even sit down. I was late to the thing too.